Ba-da-bum-bum-bum. I'm loving it. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to our live Wake and Bake and Pancakes. I want to thank you guys all for being here. Muchly appreciated. See, we had some people start rolling into the room last night, so that was pretty cool. One second here. There we go. All righty. We had Anthony come rolling in yesterday, and Scotty. Scotty poked by. It was around like 8 o'clock last night. Jim finds peace. RJS and Crapper. What is going on with you guys? Who else do we have kicking around in here? We got JC. JC's on her way to Walmart this morning, hopefully picking up some pancakes. We got William Bartow going to be swinging back through after he gets to work. That's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome indeed. Jess, what's going on, buddy? Thanks for being here. Muchly appreciated. Yes, good luck, JC. I hope you get to Walmart safe and sound and get back from there, too. Yo, Speedy Burst, good morning, and thank you so much for being here. Crapper says, oh, good, let us partake of the cakes of the pan. I like that. The cakes of the pan. That is a beautiful thing indeed. So, well, we're getting started here. Moons is live right now. I know Scotty was over there. Reese was over there. Token Tom was over there. I stopped over there. 33 Grows. Tom Kerr was over there. So, yeah, that was pretty cool. Hanging out with Moons for a little bit. Absolutely. Watching him in his element at work. It was pretty darn cool. Should still be hanging out over there, too, if anybody wants to stop over and say hi. I know it's always cool when somebody else is on a live to go sprinkle some love. So, absolutely. Just taking a look here at the chat, making sure I'm not missing anybody. I know I run my mouth pretty quick first thing, just in case the chat goes a little crazy on us. Perfect. I always start a little bit early, try and do a little bit of housekeeping, make sure I've got the appropriate number of bowls packed up, and it seems to be I am too short this morning. So, Jess, the people will be here. It is, it's Wednesday, it's hump day. People run a little bit slower in the morning on hump day. Take a look at it and they're like, fuck, it's the middle of my week. You know, the upside of it is if you work Monday through Friday, it's a good place to be in the week. Now, if you're a weekend worker and all that other good stuff, then it's a little more disenchanting. I know this week Mrs. Wig is off on Friday and Saturday, so we're pretty excited about that. It's Crumble Pappy's birthday is on Friday, so we're gonna take we'll take Dad out to dinner and some other stuff like that. So that'll be cool. Crapper says, I just noticed you got mushrooms behind it. Damn it, they're illegal in an hour for me in Ann Arbor, Michigan. Nice, Weedaholics. Good morning, and thank you for being here. Moonlit, good morning. Good morning. Thank you so much for stopping in. I'm just doing a little housekeeping and packing up a few bowls. I'm short too for today, so we'll get this all loaded back up. We've got the amazing speed loader all set and ready to go. So that's a beautiful thing. Yo, Uncle, good morning, buddy, and Scotty. Thanks for swinging over, Scotty. Greatly appreciated. I saw you kicking around over in Moons this morning. Yo, Vince, my friend, thank you so much for stopping in. Always appreciated. Always appreciated. Grab a little sip of coffee here. It is 5:30 for people rolling in. Good morning, Reese, and thank you for stopping in. Token Tom. This is great. Seeing you guys over in Moons Live and then coming back over here, that's a beautiful thing. It really is. Was this Moon's first live that they ever did? I'm just curious. I don't know if you know that or not, Scotty, because I know you were the first one over there, I think, today. Well, it's 5:30, everybody. I think I'm going to do a 5:30 bong rip. It's even 5:31 right now, but let's go. I'm sure there's some of you up and ready for it. So, yeehaw. Let's go, people. Cheers. Yo, Fish and Gold, thank you so much for coming in. Good morning, good morning. And it went out. Yo, Bean, you couldn't sleep, but the positive at 2:30 a.m. crumbles on. That's a win, Bean. How are you doing today besides not being able to sleep? It's good to see you tooling around in here. Greatly appreciated. Greatly appreciated. Bean, how's your drying going? Good, I hope. I know, Tom, right? I had seen Crapper over in on other people's lives and like that, so that's kind of cool. Kind of cool indeed. I like seeing new faces in here, getting to know new people, getting to know their senses of humor, having them get to know ours. Oh, you got half-pound cure bags coming today. Excellent, Bean. You know, I have quarter-pound ones right now. I have 18 filled. So I'm pretty pleased with that, but I've got to order a couple of half-pound ones for the rest of my, for the rest of what I'm harvesting. You know, once I start processing and doing concentrates and making more hash, I know that I'll go through, you know, emptying out the bags, but still the same, just in case I don't get to it right away. Yo, good morning, Cavort, also known as Arcane Buds 420. Thank you so much for being here. Caught your video yesterday. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Drying a bit quicker than you expected, but doing well? Okay. I know how that is. My perfect place to dry in the summer is my garage. You know, aside of the temp spiking in the middle of the day, when it comes back down, holy shit, that thing's right in line. It's pretty nice. Oh, Scotty's going to pull 4 ladies down today and put them in Grove bags. Nice. Nice. Yo, Baked Stoner, what is going on? So nice to see you here. Yo, Tom, you ordered some 1-pound Grove bags. You're going to try them? Yeah, I enjoy them. Is that Mrs. Wig I just heard come down? Good morning, Mrs. Wig. So nice to have you down here. How are you? Oh, tired. Mrs. Wig is tired this morning. But this is at least her last 7 to 3 this week. Then I believe she's 12 to 6 tomorrow. And then, as I said, off on Friday and Saturday, which is pretty nice. Oh, Stoner, you're pulling yours down on Friday? Why is everybody talking about beans all of a sudden? It depends on which beans you're talking about. There's bean in the chat, and then there's beans we plant. Scotty said, good morning, Miss Grumblewig. And Tom Kerr said, morning, Mrs. Wig. Yo, Syntax, what is going on? And thank you for being here. Thank you, Bean, for introducing yourself. I don't think Crapper's been here long enough to catch on that you're the beans that I'm talking about when I give my little mod lecture. Brian, good morning. Oh, Brian, won't last long this morning. Those edibles are strong when you get the munchies and eat the pack. That's true, Brian. That's true. Put your seatbelt on, strap in, and enjoy the show. That's the way I look at it. That could be a lot of fun. Yo, Big Nug 420 just came rolling in. Good morning, good morning. Thank you for being here. Nice, Bean. Nice. Going over and watering Crapper's page. That's very nice of you. You lost this year's grow to a brush fire? No way, Fish and Gold. What happened? Oh, okay, Crapper. Yeah, that really does suck, Fish and Gold. That's awful. Awful indeed. Brush fire taking out your grow. That is. Okay, Fish and Gold says the Wanacott Lake fire here in Washington State. You didn't have any damage to your home or anything, did you, Fish and Gold? You know, Bean, I understand you're saying that it'll be the first time you use cure bags. Normally you use mason jars. Trying this because cheaper. I think the results are better in the bags. You don't have to burp. You know, I know that the terp profiles that I have had going in and coming out of the bags are excellent. Yo, is that Chiefin I just saw come rolling in? Yo, thanks for stopping by on this happy hump day. JC isn't back yet, so we don't have pancakes yet, but she was going to Walmart to see if she could hook us up on something. So that's pretty cool. Pretty cool indeed. No, you don't have to burp the bags, Bean. Do some research on it. No, you don't have to burp the bags. Yo, there's Moons. Yo, how was your live over there? Tell us. Yeah, Bean, 15 half-pound bags for $25. Did you order on Amazon or did you find another place? Because I know I've been ordering off from Amazon, and they are not the quote-unquote Grove bags, but I stacked up. I got a sample of a Grove bag, and I took that and put it up against these off-brand kind of ones. And to me, there was no difference. So, I mean, anything to help us save money in the grow and time. Time is huge in our grows, you know, and I'm not saying that it's a set it and forget it thing. I just zip them closed, Tom. I don't heat seal them. You know, I think if you make sure that Ziplock's closed all the way, unless it's, I don't know, in thinking about it, I'm going to have to reevaluate that because I didn't expect to have so many bags this time. So obviously it's going to take me longer to get through everything that I have. So I may heat seal some of them. You know, I don't know. I'm working on a perpetual grow right now. So that will make a difference too. I'll just have to think it through. You know, I think it's part of the evolution, Tom. You know, you're saying the bags seem easy compared to the jars. Yes, Syntax, zip closed, put in a large tub storage container. Yo, Moons, it was cool as hell having your live over there. It's awesome that we were able to catch you. So thank you. That is true, Tom. Tom saying crapper, we hit the full gambit in here in the morning. True enough. True enough. We're about 5 minutes out from our 5:45 rip. I only say that so I can stay on track here. Wow, there's 25 of us in here. Thank you, guys. Guys and girls, it's not even 5:45. We're in here hanging out, having some great conversations. So yeah, one thing that I did notice about the Grove bags or Grove type bags is Yeah, now I lost my complete train of thought. Oh, I was heading into the area that Syntax just brought up. Gets frustrating, takes more time to burp when you got tons of jars daily. Yep. They store nice too, I think. You know, you can kind of pack them in together, like Syntax said, in a large tote. And yeah, it's a beautiful thing. But it is important that you make sure that your weed is appropriately dry before going into the bags. The bag is not going to get you from an 80% humidity down to a 60. It's not going to happen in the bag. You got to make sure your product is appropriate before it goes in there. Yo, good morning, Maine, and thank you for being here. I just saw you wander in. I was running my mouth as usual. That's right, Tom. You are correct. Tom said, Moons, you are just as much as a big dog as us. We like to grow the Canna tribe and help one another out. That's all. Cheers, brother. Absolutely, Tom. Well put. Thank you. You know, I'd have to agree. Bean says, freshly made. All right, I'm trying to make sense of that. Now, I smoked before the live, but Bean said freshly manufactured people is wild. Okay. You know, that is true. That is true, Tom. The dry and cure is the trickiest part of growing. I had one run that I was using my side room to dry in, and it was in the winter. And I thought I had shut the heat duct down in the room, and I did not. And I cooked my whole fucking run in 2 days. And yeah, that was not smokable. That was sad. Slow and easy for you, Scotty? Weedaholic says, I still use mason jars, but I've been interested in those bags for a minute. Just never did use them, but I'm going to now and see how they work for you. You know, as I say, get a bag or two, test them out. What's the most that happens is that you don't like them, and then you go back to your mason jars. But it could be something that's a game changer for you. Oh, okay, Bean. Sometimes I get lost in the chat. Don't catch quite everybody's comments. Yeah. Yep. Really having that stuff dialed in when you're drying. Scotty's recommending the Brevita packs to go along with the bags. You know, I don't think that's a bad idea at all. Crapper, that is true. You are correct. They do. That's how we get manufactured. Oh, better hydrate here, people. We are coming up on 5:45. That is very true, Scotty. Everybody's relative humidity is so freaking different. Absolutely. Bum, 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 bum. No, not when you're drying, Tom. Once that you have your stuff dried and you're curing, you know, the suggestion is to drop those in the bag, in the Grove bag. Scotty says his house is at 55% at all times. Yo, RJS is back. Thank you so much for being here. It is 5:45, everybody. Let's go ahead and rip for those of you who want to. We will go ahead and consume whatever way you're doing it. I know Brian's got some edibles this morning. Haven't seen Cav yet to see if he's doing a little mushroom tea or whatnot, but everybody else in here, let's go. Nice. I'm really trying to stick on that, not taking 3 or 4 rips so I don't cough my head off. I figure slow and steady will win the race. Just so I'm not overly blasted when I get off from here like I was day before yesterday. And yesterday pretty much too. Syntax says, I will say, bigger the jar, the better. I've gotten way too many small jars that are useless now. I got a couple of 1-gallon mason jars that I really like. Okay. Yeah, Bean saying we'll be going into the bags after work. Hopefully that's the plan at least. Nice. William, my friend, thank you so much for being here. Scotty says, I'm on my 7th harvest. I have 2 cured jars from Spider Farmer and 1 from HG. Do you like those, Scotty? I saw you show them off on your channel. I honestly, am a little bit ignorant to them. I don't know a lot about them. Yo, Next Grow. Thank you so much for being here. Greatly appreciated. Oh, and you recommend the Grove bags? Okay, Scotty. Perfect. Oh, we got Tasha backstage. Let's get Tasha up here this morning. Good morning, Tasha.
Good morning, Crumbleweek. How are you doing?
I am doing just fantastic. Very nice to see you this morning or afternoon for you.
You can say it's. You can still say it's morning because it's now 11:40, so it's still morning.
All right.
How do you say it? It's time for ripping? 11:40. It's time for ripping.
Yes, indeed. So, what have you been up to?
This morning I woke up very early. I took my daughter for a brunch, so we just came back from brunch. That's why I wasn't here when you just came on live. So we just came back from brunch. It was wonderful. And then, mothers and daughters are a little bit naughty sometimes, and so we're having fried salam sushi.
Oh, okay.
As well.
That's pretty cool.
Yes.
Are you
it's a first for me. I am, but the fried is something new for me. But it was something difficult for me. It's like when you said, I think it was Monday night, you said, yo, we must try something new in the menu the week. So I said, let me try this before my birthday. Something different for me because I'm used to raw fish. But the fried ones, it's cooked sushi, actually. But it was nice.
Nice.
Sorry, I just want to lie on my bed. I'm more relaxed. My house is clean. I got more time to talk. If anyone in chat greets me, I apologize. I'm on my phone, so I can't see if any chat and things.
That's okay.
But hello, everybody.
Let me take a look to the chat, and I'll tell you what we got going on here. We got Token Tom saying, good morning, Tasha. Weedaholic saying, good morning, Tasha. Tom. Yeah, absolutely. Speedy Burst, we got a number of people in here, so it's very nice to see you. And for those of you who don't know, Tasha is from South Africa. So we really have people all over the place in here, which is awesome.
But like I said, I know you guys laughing at me, but sometimes with my accent, some of the people say, "Oh, I love her accent." I said, "No, you don't want to hear a real South African accent because then you're not gonna understand me." And like I said, I got friends in USA that said, "Tasha, just talk slowly that we can hear you. Otherwise, you're gonna sound like a Dutch lady." And I'm not a Dutch lady. I'm a lady from South Africa. Even I can speak Afrikaans a bit, and then now you guys are, huh? So yeah. By the way, couple of week. The other thing is, the other day we were speaking about the largest mine and things.
Yes.
That one of your friends was talking. Yes. I paused there yesterday. I was at the airport, and we paused that. It's between my town where I stay. Okay, we call it a town, and it's not far from me. It's about 25. I don't know about miles, but it's 25. Yeah, kilometers away from my house. So it's not that far from me. I think my math is correct. I think it's like 18 miles. It's less than 20 miles.
Okay.
from food. Yeah,
Nice.
not that far.
Nice. That is cool.
So yeah, and here in South Africa we've got now spring holidays, just 10 days holidays, school holidays. That's why you will see my daughter when I mute or something, she will just quickly ask me something, but she knows that I'm on live, so she run away. You know, when they see the camera, the teenagers, they run away.
Oh, yes. Give me 1 second, Tasha. Gyro, good morning.
Please.
Thank you so much for being here. Greatly appreciated. All right, back to you now, Tasha.
No, I mean, please, don't apologize. Just go to the stream, and if the people is asking or anything, yeah.
I know, but I don't like to be rude and just cut people off, so.
If anybody wants address or anything, email or anything, you guys can ask Crumble Week about it. I'm not going to put it in the stream. Crumble, if anybody asking you personally in your email for my email address, you're more than welcome to give it to them.
Okay, perfect. That's
I don't want to
nice.
put it in the stream.
It's cool because we get to communicate with each other outside of this platform, and it's neat. Yo, son of Odin, good morning, and thank you for being here. Okay.
The only thing I'm just apologize. One thing you guys must just know one thing about Tasha. Actually 3 things. I don't smoke weed, but I respect you guys. So don't force me to giving you guys weed. I know we get the best weed in South Africa. I know that. And another thing is I don't do naked pictures, so don't expect me to send you naked pictures.
No, and we don't do that either.
Yeah, and then the third thing is I'm an attention seeker, so if you're going to get me hooked on you, I'm not going to let you go easily. So I'll give you a lot of attention.
Some time over on Joe G's channel. He's a good guy.
He is. He's like a brother to me.
I know. Oh, good morning, Mary from Grow and Grind. Thank you so much for being here.
I think, I don't know who's the more excited, me or Joe, for my birthday that's coming on next Friday. So he's doing the countdown with me, and he was like, play some music and things. But I made his daughter very special. I sing for a happy birthday in Afrikaans. And when it was his wife's birthday, and when it was his birthday, I sent a voice note with my own voice. I sing to them happy birthday.
Ah, nice indeed.
So, okay, you guys just excuse me if I go, I'm going to put my camera off for a while because I'm working still.
Okay.
So I can listen to you guys. I'm working and things like that. So, yeah.
All righty. Well, I think I'm going to get back to everybody at the chat if that's okay with you, Tasha.
Please go ahead. Like I said, if I have something on my mind, like I said, if the people is greeting or talking to me, just tell them, Tasha can't talk. I'm busy working between you guys and this. So you guys are my smoothing music while I'm working.
We do have a question for you, Tasha. Fish and Gold said, Tasha, what is your favorite South American or South African food?
My favorite South African food, it's between 2 things. The dish, if I can say the dish, I can say my favorite is baboti. It's a curry mince with eggs on top. It's a little bit Indian. It's got a little bit of spice. I love that. So it's called baboti. That's my favorite. And my favorite snack, South African snack, it's a difficult. I like biltong. I think you guys call it jerky meat, but it's not the same. It's biltong or koeksisters. That's my favorite things in South Africa.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Tasha. You have yourself a great day,
problem.
Okay?
Yeah, so I'm just apologize. Like I said, I feel so bad I can't see the chat because you know me, I love to talk to people. You know me, I talk too much sometimes.
That's all righty. Okay, I'm going to get back to the chat and I'll see you in there, okay?
Okay, so you're gonna excuse me if you don't mind. I'm gonna go out because I'm gonna pay attention to you on my phone and things. So I have to, because I'm like an Uber. So if people want to go transport, and we got a festival that's here in South Africa at my town, so I'm helping people with transport getting there to point A to point B. So I'll talk to you guys soon.
All righty, thanks, Tasha.
Okay, have a.
Oh, Wow, that was kind of rude of me. I didn't mean to hit that right away, but I did. William is asking, Crumble, are you getting rain there? Yes, we are. We are getting rain. Hasn't been pouring, William, but we have been getting some rain. So enough to make it very inconvenient and annoying. Token Tom said 5:55, make a wish, take a sip, and a rip. We can do that. We'll do our 6 o'clock rip early. I think that sounds like an absolutely great idea. So, let's go, people. Cheers, cheers. I am still smoking on the strawberry kush. It is treating me very well. Homegrown, still curing, but very nice. Mary said the rain showed me we need new gutters. When we first moved into our house, and Crumblewick still hasn't fixed it, but we have a gutter as you walk out our back door, and it actually has no end on one end of it. So when it pours, it's just like a plume of rain blasting off onto the concrete. Yo, William, you are correct. If you're 5 minutes early, you're 10 minutes late, said my dad always. Absolutely. Oh, I'm sure, Cavort. Cavort said you can have my rain, Beans. It screwed up my hunting. Oh, Tom, you're still smoking on Sub-Zero. Nice. Well, that's a little different, Bean. I understand that. If it's been 90 plus the last few days, you probably do need a little bit of rain. It's different if you have a day in the forecast of it. But for up here and for, the shit William's been going through and some of us other ones, the rain's just been a whore, and the humidity and everything else. I know, Tom. Easier said than done for you. Absolutely. Hey, Fish and Gold, that sounds like a great idea. Crumbleweed did that yesterday. A little bit after the live, I decided I was going to take some shrooms, and I had an absolutely fantastic day and afternoon. Definitely need a reset. I can get that. I have some shrooms that I'm growing right now, but they're not going to be finished for at least another 3 to 4 weeks. So in saying that, I need to source myself a little carry me over of shrooms till I have my white rabbits done. So, that is true, Syntax, when it comes down hard, that the rain's been bad, but it does wash off any sprays, loose dirt and dead buds, etc. Yeah, that's true. Scotty says I rolled last night and all day on Cav shrooms and my Lucy. Absolutely awesome. Pullover hoodie that keeps you dry, Cavort. Nice. Yep. We'll call it 6 o'clock and we'll rip again. Let me swap this bowl out, since I'm seeing 5:59 here. Oh, Gyro, nice. Your Starry Night Penis Envy are finally fruiting. That's awesome. Gosh dang it, Crumblewick's blind over here this morning. Yo, Wild Bill. Thank you so much. I know I can rip anytime I want, Mary. I just try to keep it on a little bit of a track here. That is a safe place to vibe out in your apartment, Beans. Get yourself some shrooms. Hardest strain that you've had yet, Gyro? Yeah, but as I said, you're in monotubs and like that. Oh, William, time to get to work? Yo, thank you so much for coming in and hanging out with us. Got 27 of us floating around in here, and it's 6 o'clock in the morning. That's just beautiful. Let's rip, people. Let me hydrate a little bit. Bean, I think that's open to everybody's interpretation and experience. Because I've had the same dose of golden teachers, for example, and had two completely different experiences. I think it's mindset also. That's a big thing. Yo, Santa Claus, we are just ripping. Thank you for being here. Absolutely. Crumblewigg's got to relight his bowl. You're going to switch to a Martha tent? Gyro, I'm not familiar with that. Let me write it down and see what that is. I'll look it up afterwards. Cool. Sal uses a Martha tent. Again, I'm not familiar with what it is. So Scotty or Gyro, just throw that in there so I know. Weedaholics, you're heading to work? Yo, thank you for swinging in this morning. You are muchly appreciated. You know, I think there's a lot to be said for that. There are, for when I did mushrooms, I started out with, I started out with golden teachers. I've had penis envy. I've had lizard king. I've had F plus. I've had some other ones, but yeah. Now what do we got here? Fish and Grow is saying, I grow my own fungus, have a monster ecosphere that holds 8 grow trays at a time. That is badass. Spectrum says there's an outage. I beg to differ. If I'm smoking with Crumblewick 420. Nice, Mary. Oh, it's a plastic tent that's kind of cool looking. I have a, what is it called? The still air tent, where it's got the things where you can put your arms in the side and fuck around with what you got inside and then pull them back out. Okay, Bean, it just says it's a mushroom grow tent. Tom Kerr 33 Grows is asking, would an auto grow well in a 2-gallon pot indoors? You know, Mary, I was going to ask that question anyway. Mary just said, don't most men have penis envy? Well, you know, it's a real thing. It's a first world problem. Scotty says, I prefer a 3-gallon pot for that auto inside. Samoa Fight Greenhouse Grow Tent. Tasha is back. Very nice. Maine is also saying, I prefer a 3-gallon also. So I think that's pretty safe. I know I currently am, well, I don't have any autos running, so I'll shut up. But what I did have outside was in 3 gallons. So. Tom, you think a smaller pot would work better in your opinion? Arcane saying I have 1 in a 1-gallon and a 3-gallon pot. Oh, your tent's so small, Tom? Well, you know what that could mean? That could mean you need a bigger tent. It's a modified greenhouse grow tent with controllable humidity and temperature. Oh, that's pretty nice. Nothing that Crumblewick needs right now, but that's nice. As I said, I don't think I have the commitment right now with everything I've got going on in my grow, personal life, and everything else to do more than the all-in-one grow bags. Syntax says 2 gallons if cocoa. You'll blow out a tent quick with salts. Okay. Bean's asking, are mushrooms difficult, expensive to grow? I think you need to read, get a lot of information. There's some great people on here that you can talk to. So I've got my 4th run going now. I had one run that was unsuccessful because I didn't follow the instructions. And my second 2 runs were absolutely fantastic. But I got from Zombie Myco their all-in-one grow bags. And then I ordered my spores from Sporeworks. Midwest Grow Kit said Fish and Grow. Scotty said he's tried 3s, 5s, 7s. 5 is great if you have the room, but 3 is good. That's true. It depends on how big you want them to get, Tom. Yeah, some people don't enjoy the psychedelics crapper. They don't. And I get that. My wife does and doesn't. Arcane just goes full send. Cavort says, I have pots in a few sizes, 1, 3, 5, 10, and 100 gallons. Gyro said, for me, the easiest grow with the best success would be the B plus using all-in-one grow bag. Okay. You know, that's nice to hear from somebody else in the fungi community also suggesting some of the use of those bags. You know, I really think for someone who's first getting into it, it's kind of foolproof if you follow the instructions. Oh, Tom, we love you too, and hopefully we'll see you back shortly. Yeah, that's true, Tasha. It probably is the best to grow in a natural fertilizer. I know a lot of people grew them on cow manure and stuff like that. So, Syntax says 10 by 10 or get 2 4 by 8s. Save yourself up tenting in the next 3 years. Tom, you haven't done shrooms in 20 years. Wow. I see JC's back. Did you pick us up some pancakes while you were out, JC? Yeah, less chance of contamination. I agree. Cavort, you stopped doing them in the 80s? Haven't touched them since? Yeah, Scotty, I have to text you about shrooms. See what I can figure out. Oh, nice fish and gold. You started with North Spore all-in-one bags? Cool. So, I know you downsized, Mary. You just took the 1 4 by 8 in the move? Or you took out a 4 by 8 in the move? Wow. Okay, Syntax just threw out Dr. Earth blood meal. Works great in any soil, really. It's a cheap option. That blood meal is a nitrogen bomb, so be careful. Good to know. Good to know indeed. Yeah, Scotty. Scotty and Crapper and anybody else in here, I can attest to that. 6 of those from Scotty will get you talking to God. And you'll see some face melting and some real good shit like that. Yo, Jason Phillips, good morning, brother, and thanking you for being here. Ba-ba-da-bum-bum-bum. Oh, you donated it before you left, Mary? Nice. Tom did it all at the Grateful Dead concerts. That's fair. Oh, the blood meal stinks a little bit. A meal of blood. Yes, the soil turns into little mini vampires. The cannabis plants do. Absolutely. Yeah, 250 milligrams per pop is pretty up there. That's cool. I'm going to have to check that out. I like to learn more stuff, so that sounds pretty cool, Syntax. Let me throw it on my list. Because even though I don't grow in soil, it's nice to know this stuff for maybe when I'm outdoors and I am in soil. Yes, happy Wednesday, everyone, said Tasha. Time for a new water. Finish up this one. Hey, I know what I can do. I can give you guys an update on, remember that interview that I told you about that Crumbleweed had where they asked the inappropriate question? Well, they reached out to me yesterday with many apologies and have asked me if I would consider coming in and sitting down and talking with one of the, I don't know, third in charge of their company or something exciting like that. So needless to say, I think I am going to go and re-talk to them and see what they have to say, but the apologies were nice. What is everybody smoking on today, Mary asked, for those who are smoking. And if you're not smoking, what are you doing? Let us know that too. Yeah, I'm going to. The lady that I talked to on the phone yesterday said, this is not how we do business and all this stuff. And I said, I don't know. What can it hurt for me to go in and talk to them? And if nothing else, if I don't like the way it's going, just express to them my disenchantment with their whole entire corporation. Jason Phillips is smoking on Do-si-do, Indica. Tom Kerr's got Forbidden Runts. Fish and Gold's got some blueberry hash rosin. Scotty, Frost Factory by Mephisto, grown by me. Nice. Pulling a few of the Dragon Fruit Z off the stem now. Nice, nice, nice. Mary's got blueberry hash rosin. Oh, she's saying the blueberry hash rosin sounds yummy. It does. Tasha, you can say something, of course. You're here in the live, enjoying us, enjoying your company. And I'm hoping you guys are enjoying our company. Why? Oh, you're leaving, Mrs. Wig? Yes. I love you, Mrs. Wig. Have a good day. You too. Okay. Time for Mrs. Wig to head out. Oh, all righty, Syntax. Nuke time, lights on. Awesome. You think they want to steal my thoughts? Anything's possible. I don't know. We'll see how it all plays out. You know, we're close enough to 6:15. I'm going to hydrate and we're going to rip. Oh, Wild Bill is getting ready to do some transplants on new seedlings. Beautiful. All right, everybody. It is 6:15. Let's go ahead and rip. I think I'll go for the one more. Nice. It was a good solid rip. Smooth. Scotty says, I know 5 people. I know 5 people, Michigan. Huh. Yo, Susanna. Good morning and thank you for being here. Bean, you are correct. Nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. Tasha had asked if we knew. What is NPK? Your car's a pipe lick crapper. Nice. Nice indeed. How are you doing today, Susanna? And thank you so much for swinging by our live. Yo, Bean gets a cookie. Man, you're just a winner all around today, Bean. You get to beg for money in here. You get a cookie. Damn. $232 for your mushrooms. See, that's one of the things when it comes to, I think, well, I threw one of my flushes, not one of my flushes, one of my spent all-in-one bags outside. And it continued to grow out there. I harvested probably another 3 to 4 grams dried off from it. So it was interesting. So I don't know anything about growing them outdoors. I know that that's where a lot of people up here get them. We have a little season for it where people grow them outdoors. And then, I think that's changed some with the progress they've made in mushroom growing overall. Yo, Grizzly Warrior, good morning and thank you for being here. We are just enjoying some absolutely fantastic chat this morning. What is it? We got 27 people here in the live. Got some great conversations going on. Grizzly, what do you got going on today? What's good in your world? The heck? Oh, nice. Dog came under my desk. What are you doing, buddy? Resting? Nice. For the longest time, when I moved this wall behind me to do my lives in the morning, the dog's been afraid of it for like 3 weeks. So finally he's getting used to it and he'll come over and get under my desk. Should be able to get 2 or more flushes out of a grow bag. Yeah, I generally was able to get 3, which is pretty good. My third one, I think, I don't know, I told the story before that after my third flush, I just left the bag in my tent and closed up the tent. So I didn't look at it and I figured I'd clean it out later. I go back into the tent and open it up like a week and a half later. There were so many shrooms on there that it blew me away. There was more shrooms on that than there were for the whole entire 3 flushes before it. So I was blown away. It made me realize I wasn't letting them get big enough and whatnot. And I learn as I go. Yo, Grow Gyra Jim. Good morning and thank you for being here. Welcome, welcome. Oh, nice, Grizzly. Busy day ahead, a lot of chores, and then working on a new video for tomorrow. Beautiful. Beautiful indeed. Yeah, I know, Bean. Those images over on Tasha's of the moon were freaking awesome. I remember when she first dropped it, and I was like, holy crap. I'm like, you got a gazillion views on that. Alrighty, Tasha, I will see you later. You have a fantastic day, and much love to you guys from all over the world. I think we're having a pretty good morning here, Jason. Absolutely. Bum, ba, da, bum, bum, bum. Oh, we definitely will, Tasha. We are good at spreading the love. Oh, so as I've mentioned before, generally after my lives, first thing I do is I go check on my the ladies in the flower tent. So, Maine, you'll appreciate this if you're listening in. Remember when I told you that I had this one plant in the corner that I thought was a male, but it wasn't, and then it went into full flower, and I was excited? Yeah. Well, let me tell you, that full flower was not flower. That full flower overnight turned into a 100% male. I made a video on it, but I can't post it because I swore so much in it. It wasn't even funny, but yep, full-blown male from top to bottom. Probably overnight, that thing ended up with 14 sites with pollen sacs on it. Just blew me away that it can happen that fucking quick. Now, don't get me wrong, Crumbawig is not an all-star on identifying males very early on. So, I don't know. I still have, I had planted 2 of those seeds. It was the Tiki Madness. So, my hopes is the other one isn't a male, but it does not look that way right now. So, just catching up in the chat, guys. I was running my mouth a little bit there. I love this. Every day, seeing more and more of you guys subbing up to one another. And again, for me, my assumption is that you already were subbed up to each other. So that's pretty great. I'd like to really thank the 25 people that are in here hanging out with us right now. This is pretty cool. What is Crumble going to do today? That's a good question. Got to go over to Dad's. Today I have to, every other Wednesday, I have to go over to Dad's. I have to give him an injection because he's afraid of needles and won't do it himself. So go over there, hang out with him for a while. I've got a bunch of pictures to hang up for him today. Before my sister went to Alabama, she was nice enough to drop off like 20 frames and 20 pictures of this big, gigantic wall collage of shit. That's about 60 pictures altogether. It's going to be a production, but I'll get it done today. Going to chop the brand new today, Maine. Oh, the Perp Slurp's ready for a tent. That's exciting. Yo, OG Plant Janitor, thank you so much for coming in. Greatly appreciated. Everyone in here, I believe, is doing fantastic this glorious Wednesday. I know you're at work and listening. It is muchly appreciated. All you guys that bring our live with you, it's really cool. Makes me feel great knowing that people are listening along. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool indeed. Jason says, let's party. Absolutely. I won't be able to get over to Dad's till around noon probably because I usually have a lot of energy after I get off from the live. It's like a little adrenaline rush that I go through. But I'm usually high as fuck for a civilized chunk of time after we end these, so. Oh, yo, that's cool, Maine. Maine said, gonna visit my buddy today also. I taught him to grow, and I'll do a video at his place and show the results. That is sweet. Okay, Cavort, also known as Arcane Buds, is saying, thinking about removing all the lower flowers from the auto so the tops get the boosts. Well, I don't know. Off the top of my head, I don't remember how old your autos are. I've done it before. So why not? Oh, Jason, you're going to start growing soon. Good for you, buddy. Good for you. And you know, you've got a great community to support you. Absolutely. Yeah, that's Fish and Gold, is saying don't stress your autos too much. So there is truth in that. Excuse me. It's why I said I don't know how old your autos are. I try to do anything that I'm going to do with my autos. I don't know. Early on. I'm not going to tell you what day. I saw there was a question in there asked earlier, like around what day you transplant. And I've always based my transplanting on the plant. Maybe I shouldn't, but I do. I base it off of the plant, how it looks, if I think it would be not stressed a lot. What am I missing into here? Banana jealousy auto on day 43 of life and still vegging. Likely Lucid, want to check out the harvest I've been working on quick? Likely Lucid, we would love to have you come up. So, yeah, absolutely. 16 days left on the 80-day arcane. Throw it out to the chat gods. Depends on the plant and if I have time to do it, says Wild Bill. That's fair. Movie fan might be tired today, Crapper. I know, he's all over the place. Okay, so you're on day 64 now? 64, 74. She got 16 days left. I don't know. Trying to think of what I would do. I guess it depends on how much is there, is what's underneath covered and never going to do anything. Then I'd get rid of them. That's me. That's what Crumbleweed would do. Because I have learned that all of that undergrowth with little suckers and everything else and the little engine that could, the little afros that want to grow, the Guy Fieri hairs, but they never do anything. So yeah, I could say me personally, I would have probably pulled them off sooner. Just because it's an auto and I know they can get really pissy. That sounds fair, Wild Bill. Oops. Sorry, that's the dad alarm that just went off. Oh, Tom, you got to go? Absolutely. Thank you so much for being here and spreading the love throughout the community with us. Lucid, how have you been? You've just been chipping away at the harvest? I want to thank you guys all. There's 29 of us in this live right now. We are rolling up on 6:30. Oh, it was your first time running autos? Nice. That's how we do it. We run something new and you learn from it. I started out running autos and it wasn't until I went outdoors for the most part with the photos that I realized just how big and massive they can get. But I also found out I could replicate that definitely in my 2x2s. My 2x2 tent, I can get some massive freaking plants. Oh, see you later, Jason. Go get your family all situated, get some breakfast going. Yo, Bean, thank you for swinging in. I appreciate you. Go get some sleep. Go get some rest, and we will chill with you later. See you sprinkling your love throughout the community. Absolutely. 6:30, everybody. Let's rip. Man, that was a lame bowl. Swap it out. I did not enjoy that. Should have paid attention a little bit more. So I'm going to hydrate again. I'm going to rip that one all over. Excuse me. Oh, nice. Good morning.
Hey, brother, how you doing?
I am doing great. Just coughing.
See, this is what I'm talking about.
Okay.
All right, I got all my tops up here,
Yeah.
but I got all this down here. And like I said, I don't know if I should take and just make it all top, busting out, or trim out all this here bottom, and or just leave it all. But
and you're 16 days
nice
out.
size.
What do you think?
I'm only
what do you think those buds are going to be like down below? Are they really getting all the light and everything they need to?
They're getting light.
Okay.
But they're not big.
Right.
They're just little larvae, which is no big deal. You know, that can go into press or making edibles.
Sure.
You know. Sure.
Well, you know what? This is what I would do. This is your first time growing autos, correct?
Yeah.
Let it run and see what you think.
Well, and that's what I was kind of thinking.
You can always adjust the next time you run an auto.
Yeah, because these here are the pineapple daddies.
Yeah.
And I ain't never grew autos before, so me throwing these in, that was just a luck of the draw.
Okay.
I figured, hell, I'll give it a shot, see what they're about.
Sure.
But I don't know if you guys can see it. It's all frosty on here.
Oh yeah, it looks nice. Looks really nice.
But I don't know how potent this is going to be. The other one over here, this is the one I transplanted. It's in a 3-gallon.
Okay. Yeah,
and
it's a couple of comments on that auto were leave it and let it do its thing. So.
Yeah, because I was nervous about it because, like I said, I ain't never done one of these before.
So there's also another comment in here. Maine made the comment that 3-blade leaves is sometimes or is a sign of a pH problem.
Okay.
Something to keep in mind, I guess, in the future. I wasn't aware of something like that either. I didn't know if some plants, I've been told, are genetically created. I know Magic Frank was working on a duck foot. So I know there's some different stuff out there.
Right, like this one's got 5 leaves.
Okay.
You know, it's doing better, but it's also in a 3-gallon pot.
Right.
But it's in the same exact soil. They get the same exact watering, same exact nutrients. But this one here has only got either 1 or 3 leaf.
Okay.
Well, here's a 5-leaf right here.
Okay.
Got some of those still on here. Not many of them. But this one here never really had any 5 leaves.
Okay.
And this is like 5-year-old soil right here.
Right. Huh. Nice.
But yeah, that's my 2 autoflowers. My Moby Dick clones.
Nice.
Banana hay.
Yep. And your plant in the middle, is that looking a little unhappy today, or?
Yeah, I think it's still thirsty. I gave it a half gallon of water yesterday, and it's still kind of light.
Okay.
So I'll give her some more water, and because it's got a big chunk.
Okay.
You know, it's still growing, but I'm just thinking it's water deficient.
Okay. All right. Excuse me 1 second, Court. Jimmy John, good morning in Texas. Tiff, thank you so much for being here. Anybody who had to leave, I apologize. You guys have a great and fantastic day. Love you, and thank you for being here. All right, Court.
Yeah, but this is the banana cake.
Okay.
This one. And then that's a banana haze, which is banana sapphire, which was the mother, crossed with the super silver haze, which was the father.
Perfect.
And that's basically what my well haze is Moby Dick, which was the mother, crossed with super silver haze.
Nice.
But I can't get into my other tank because the lights ain't on yet.
Okay, that's all right. I thank you for coming up with that.
Yeah, and that's in. Well, I can open it maybe. They'll be open. Lights come on in a couple hours. But
oh, nice. Looking good in there.
Yeah, I just barely opened it. Lights right there, and everything's maybe now 2 feet from touching the top. Yeah, I can't get in it too good. But that's the Moby Dick you see right there.
Sure.
And then way in the back, that's the super silver haze. And then over here is the banana sapphire. See if I can't get more light. I shouldn't do it because of, there it goes.
Yeah.
Right down there in the bottom.
Yep. Nice.
Don't want them to hurt me on me. Not this close.
Right, right. All righty, Cavort. I've got Lucid backstage.
All right, we're going to jump up out of here, get out of here, get back down into regular chat.
All right.
And get that humidifier turned on.
All righty.
All right, we'll see y'all in chat.
Thank you. All right, let's get Lucid up here. Good morning.
Good morning, everyone. Good night for me. I've been sleeping. I've been too busy taking care of these chores with these plants. It is how it is sometimes, you know what I mean? Just kind of wanted to show you what I got going on so far.
Perfect.
Let me turn this around.
I'm going to make you big screen.
Good. So here's some 1 ounce bags. I kind of ran, these were getting a little too dry, so I kind of just shoved them in here when they weren't fully destemmed and fully trimmed, but they were good enough. Some trim there. This is what I've been doing tonight.
Wow.
This is mostly a bunch of small nugs that I can't be bothered to really sort out.
Sure.
But all the good.
What are you going to do with your smalls? Are you going to turn around, press them, make hash?
Let's see what I got down here. Well, I got.
Oh, look at that. rock star status right there. I just got a dry sift tray, and I actually made myself 3.75 grams of hash.
Fuck yeah! How do you make hash out of your keef? Because I got a decent amount of it right here.
Oh, no shit.
I'd love
All
to
right.
make old
So
school.
what I've seen that you can do that works the absolute best is take that, put it between some parchment paper to start, and get a glass bottle with like boiling hot water in it, and you use it like a rolling pin on it. And it's as it warms, it's all gonna form together. And you'll keep on doing that, folding it over, and until you get this awesome color change and consistency. There's some great videos on it out there, so make sure you take a look for them. It'll be a game changer when you're making your own shit.
I missed like one sentence. You said so I heard the whole process. What do you do with the rolling pin? You just do it with a straight rolling pin, or do you use some type of air shortener?
No, they say to get a glass bottle,
Oh,
fill
okay.
it with boiling hot water, or as
Oh,
hot as you can tolerate, and use that to roll it.
I see.
Yep, Gyro just said it's the Frenchy cannoli technique. You can Google that or check it out on YouTube.
Let me actually write that down really quick, and then I'll have a few more things to show you.
Sure.
I'm probably gonna just end up pulling an all-nighter. I'm still young, so I can tolerate it.
Well, I told you I got a bowl trimmer, and that was a big game changer for me.
Yeah, you joined my my live that
Yeah.
I was dealing with this stuff. I just did a similar stuff to this stuff today. This is actually the rest of that first plant that I was doing that live stream. Now the whole plant is down, and oh my goodness, this is like 6 or 7 or 8, average sized cannabis plants in one plant.
Wow.
It is, outrageously hefty. Oh yeah, here's one of the leaves from it actually.
Holy shit. Nice. Look at that.
I had to save it. That is pretty friggin' impressive.
That is.
And that
nice.
is Weekend at Gary's by Soulfire Seeds. So that was Gary Payton mixed with Bahama Mama by Soulfire Seeds. And here's kind of what I got going on for the newts.
Cool.
I just started getting this stuff. I haven't really gave this stuff a full shot yet, and it smells like death. This is what I was using for instead of this. So this is a little cheaper though, right here.
Okay.
So, but I was using this before. It's all gone now. But this definitely gives you some yields. Professional grade.
Okay. Nice.
Heavy 16 fire. I'm not sure if you guys even like synthetic newts. Yada yada yada. Do you have any recommendations for if I accidentally over dried
man
plants?
That's a tough one. I'm going to throw that to the chat because I will tell you when I did it, I ended up trying to recover some of it for edibles, but I ended up losing the majority of that. It was so harsh. That was the big thing. And harsh and hayy, that was my experience.
Yeah.
Somebody, OG Plant Janitor, said apple peels or small piece of fresh bread could add some humidity back in. These are things I've heard. I've also heard that you can take cannabis leaves that you pulled off from your plants, shove those in the bag with it, and that can turn around and add some humidity to what you have in there. I know the Brevita packs are good for holding it, when you've got it at the desired humidity, temperature, and all of that. So I know those Provita packs are not going to bring you from, you know, being super, super dry up to that 62. I think they said it might give you a bump of like 5%.
That's unfortunate. So, well, I mean, it's better than nothing, I suppose. I'm just a little concerned about funguses and mold while curing. And then here's what I got going on in here. Here's next round going. I could, you know, I was thinking about bringing one of my outdoor plants that I chopped down inside and try to re-veg it. But we kind of had this conversation about bringing outdoor plants indoors. You know,
Yes. Yes. Unleash the ladybugs.
But I got some. This is Green Point Seeds. He's a small, you know, independent breeder. He's got decent genetics. First time trying him. This is wedding cake mixed with Joker, and then I got some. He calls it Cookie Crunch. What in reality it's Star Dog crossed with Dosey Dough, and then I got 4 of those ones. So one Joker juice, which is wedding cake times Joker. And then I got 1 blue cheese from Royal Queen Seeds.
Nice.
I do have to say the blue Mystic, and I assume now is blue cheese as well. They were definitely very fungus and mold resistant in my climate. I live in the northern Midwest. It is legal to grow here, so I'm not, you know, hiding anything. But my Soulfire seeds, weekend at Gary's, I had a lot of issues late fall, you know, late September with powdery mildew and bud rot kicking in kind of. And the Blue Mystic was doing fine. I mean, the pests were still attracted to it, but yeah.
All right. 1 second here. Texas Tiff, I will see you later. Go make those breakfast and the lunches. Also, Scotty made a comment and he said, you need to drop the lights a little bit. The ladies are stretching. So that might be a thing.
Yeah, I got a par meter. I actually just bought these Vipar Spectra kind of screwed me. They only sent me 2 of these carabiner tie-down clips with 1 light, and you need 4 of them.
Right.
Or this isn't Vipar. Yeah, so yeah, Vipar Spectra is the brand of this light. So I ended up actually buying more of them. I've just been so busy with work and trying to keep up with. But yeah, I got them here. I just got to throw them on. But I do have a par. Oh yeah, I do use this as well. For soil, and it's been nice. And then, you know, for emergencies or making fireworks, you can have some. You know, yeah, same with this. And then I got worm castings, yada yada yada. This is gonna be my official 3rd indoor grow ever, guys. I caught the bug pretty bad now. You guys got me hooked.
Nice.
I can't stop, man. It keeps me out of trouble though. I can't complain. Growing, man.
Nice. Nice indeed.
But
Good morning, Double R. Thank you for coming in. Appreciate you greatly. I'm going to get you modded up, and in a minute I will give you my little moderator spiel. We're looking at some stuff from Lucid right now. I'm going to bring you back up on the screen with me. There we go.
Sounds good. Oh yeah, I was gonna rip out my par meter. You know, I spent like, I feel like almost $4,000 on all my growing stuff, and now it's finally starting to pay off for me financially. It's a good feeling knowing I didn't just waste all my money and time and energy.
Good. Another comment in here, RJS and somebody else mentioned flour tortillas will slowly hydrate buds.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, I would probably do that more than just shoving leaves into a bag.
Yeah, I'm just saying there's a lot of different things out there. Now, whether it's bro science or not, that's what we have to figure out.
I did try the cold ice water flushing with this plant. Actually, oh, hold on. Did I exit out somehow? 1 second. Oh, there I am. I'm back.
It's all right. We're taking a rip at the same time right now.
All right, let me find the vape. I got too much stuff going on over here.
See that? I see that. It's like you're a mad scientist.
Cheers.
Fish and Gold asked if you know how to make bubble hash.
I've seen lots of videos. And honestly, it sounds on stuff, and then not to go through the whole dry curing, and that sounds pretty cool. Honestly, I might just get into making rosin. Dry freezing your bud fresh, bubble hashing it up, and then
Sure. Had a couple people come in. Edison, good morning and thank you for being here. Double R once again. Thank you. And Wayne, thanks for rolling into here. We were just doing a rip. We got Lucid up. We're chatting with him. And yeah, we got some good stuff going on.
That is great. Just so great. Yeah, I was thinking about going live but I was gonna go live at 2 a.m. Nobody's on. You're the only guy up this early, man. You're the most on-time stoner I've ever seen, man.
Well, somebody told me if I was going to do lives, consistency might be the best thing. Because we are stoners and we need structure in our lives. We do.
Oh yeah, everyone does. Just like a kid.
Yep. Nothing wrong with that.
Sometimes you
Good morning, Monkey Man. Thank you for coming in, buddy. Nice to see you.
I got so many small buds in here, but I really don't feel like digging through them all. And I mean, it's really good frosty buds.
Sure.
It's gonna make insane edibles or insane hash or insane just keef just to put on top of bowls.
1 second. Jimmy John, did I forget to say hello to you this morning? I think I did. I was either high or thinking or talking my face off. So, all right. I apologize if I did miss you. I hope you're having a great day, buddy.
You forgot to say hi to me too, Crumble.
What was that?
You forgot to say hi to me as well, man. You kind of heard.
No, I did when you came in. You didn't hear me? Because when you asked about coming up, I was like, absolutely.
Oh, okay. My apologies. Maybe
I saw you type into there. Can you hear me?
Okay, yeah, I'm sure you did. I must have been in a thought or something. I might have been in a conversation with my wife or something. Who knows? Sounds good. I'm probably gonna just try to get a bunch of keef out of this, and then I did make some of this stuff. Here's a snow globe collection. I made infused avocado oil.
Nice.
And it doesn't get you like outer spacey type high. You feel it. It's nice and calming, but it's really good for sleep more than anything.
That's excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent.
I thought I had some cigarettes over here somewhere. I could smoke a cigarette with you.
Yo, Seymour, thank you so much for being here, and good morning. Good morning.
I could play a song for y'all real quick on my my jaw.
Oh, why not? Why not indeed?
To wake everyone up.
Yeah, look at that. Luce is going to play us a little tune this morning to get us going.
Let me find somewhere to put my phone. Yeah, I'm thinking about getting one of those bullet trimmers. How much did you spend on your trimmer though, Crumble?
I got the 16-inch from AC Infinity. It was $139.
And does it do good small nugs like this? Like,
you know, in spinning through the thing, you're going to get some smalls that are going to fall through. But I didn't find a ton of them in the trim. I was surprised, and I did end up with, I mean, some really small smalls. And I was surprised because, oh yeah, that wouldn't be a problem at all. It'd bounce it around.
I might have to get one because half of these that I'm doing by hand probably would have been saved and not gone into the edible bin. But I mean, or hash bin. But EST and Fridays, does it have those rubber little tentacles that tickle the buds and stuff?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
And it comes with 2 sets of blades, 1 set for doing wet, 1 set for doing dry.
That is pretty sweet. Yeah, I'll probably get one here soon when I save up a little bit more cheddar.
Yeah, and make sure you watch the videos that a couple people have out there. You know, you don't spin the thing like 1,000 miles an hour. It's got gear reduction in it, so you just slow. I do it like 8 to 9 spins, and that's like the perfect, perfect for me.
I could see myself doing that, man. It's like when you go to drill a drill at work. If you ever worked in the trades and you're going 1 billion miles a minute and you're meant to be on mode 1, and you break a screw, break a bit. Here's my first harvest ever.
Nice.
This is a Weekend at Gary's, grown in cocoa core with General Hydroponics 3-part series. This plant had a life. I did not give this plant any nutrients at all for 2 months of its life, just in straight coconut core. I gave it a little bit of worm castings, like a little bit. Somehow it lived. It was just cannibalizing itself for so long. Anyways, let me hop on this straw harp.
Sure.
Set my phone up here. I hope you all enjoy. You like my hat?
Absolutely. I got to throw something out here. Maine, Weed Wizard, aka Maine, said, I have a bowl trimmer I would give away if someone wants to pay the shipping, only used once. If anybody's interested, reach out to Maine.
Maine, I would love that. I'm a little suspicious about putting contact information in public.
Absolutely. Reach out to Maine on through his page, through his email.
Let me see if I can. Maine. 1 second here. I'm gonna hop on his channel real quick and just leave a comment, and I'll get to playing here. I don't want to take.
All right, you got to excuse me 1 second. I have a dog to let out.
Take your time. Goodness gracious, Weed Wizard, aka Maine, man, 20,000 subscribers, man. You are popping, buddy. Shoo, you've been doing this for a while, man. You're grinding. My last account, I had a decent amount of info, but let me leave a comment for you randomly, and then we can link up on. I'll leave a comment randomly in one of your videos. Quick before I forget.
Sorry about that, everyone. I apologize.
I'm just leaving him a comment here real quick, and then I'll get to it.
Are we talking about sub sandwiches here? Because I'm a little hungry if that's what someone's talking about. Crapper said Subway subs have gone to hell. That means that subs don't mean anything. We do know that the subs don't really mean anything, but I don't know. Sub sandwich does sound good right now. Yes, everybody. Scotty's got a giveaway today, 5 o'clock. Make sure you swing on over to his channel. Win some beans.
I'm gonna go sit down in my computer chair actually, and then I'll get her going here.
All right.
I dropped one of the straw herbs down to the couch.
All right, we are at 7 o'clock, so we're gonna rip right now again. You know how that goes. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Scotty, I forgot to pick a card. Throw me in for a joker, buddy, if you can. If you need me to put it over on your on a comment, I will. Oh, Cavort's got a eye. His wife's getting up. Nice. Oh, that reminds me. I didn't see Frank wandering around in here today. I'm used to him coming out and hiding on his deck when the family gets up, so I hope all's well with him. Jess, are you taking a joker also? Damn it. You're home now, Scotty? Good. I know, that does look good, doesn't it? Fish and Gold just said, I would love to do your hash, Lucid. It looks frosty.
Hell yeah. I'd love for you to try it.
No, Frank's not in here. Edison, that's what I was hoping. I was hoping Frank would be flitting around. Both Franks. I haven't seen Magic Frank in a fat minute either. I shot him an email and didn't get anything back. It's disenchanting. I know one of his channels, he got blown in for something and was suspended, so he came on with his Magic Frank channel. But the other Frank, Frank R, yeah. Yep, absolutely indeed. Good guy. For those of you who know him, and if you don't, you should get to know him when he comes into here. All right, Lucid, you're gonna... Oh, Edison, you were the one that sent him the tobacco seeds? He told me he got them. Holy shit. Such a freaking nice gesture, absolutely. Yeah, I know Frank had to turn himself in. I know, Scotty. But hopefully that's not a bad thing. And that he can get through this. And he's got the support of us. Not that it's going to help him from afar, but he knows we care about him. So, all right, Lucid. Wait a minute. Cavs just came in. Yo, Cavs. Lower class Boof is in the house. And Dank Boys just came in as well. Good morning. We are going to have Lucid play us a tune for us to enjoy with our Wake and Bake pancakes.
All right, here we go.
Here we go, everybody.
I'll do a folk that turns into a dubsteppy type of EDM.
Nice.
There you go.
Yo, thank you. Crumblewick would knock his fucking teeth out with that thing, but I appreciate you railing along for us. Nice.
I believe in you. You could, if I can learn it, anyone come on.
Nice. Nice.
All right, well, I'm going to hop off and go finish trimming. I hope you all have a beautiful day.
All right. Thank you, Lucid. We'll catch you later.
Thank you, brother. See you later. See you later, everybody. Have a good day. Be productive.
Absolutely. Nice. That was pretty cool. Pretty cool indeed. Nothing like having a little entertainment here, getting to see some drying, getting to see some little babies. Absolutely. Anybody else wants to come up, feel free. That is a beautiful thing. As I said, it's nice seeing people. There's 27 of us in here right now hanging out. We're coming up on, we just passed 7 o'clock. So very, very nice. What do you guys have going on today? Oh, Token Tom's on the second delivery is in progress. Be safe, Tom. Be safe. Cav, how are you doing today? Good to see you. Was talking about you earlier. Jess is putting a floor in my basement. So, are you going to put grow tents in your basement too? I think that would be an awesome, awesome thing. Working plants. Indeed. I was telling everybody earlier, I pulled another male out of my tent yesterday. OG Plant Janitor, I am fixing the body line on a fender off a 69 Mustang. You know, let me tell you, that is a fucking art right there. People who rework parts on cars and do restorations and like that, holy shit. What a talented fucking line of work. And don't get me wrong, I know out there, like everything else, you've got people who are great at it and do it, and people who suck at it and still do it. So I really appreciate the talent that goes out there in doing that. Oh, you're already growing in the basement in a different room. Wife is taking me over most of the basement. Nice. Well, yeah, please do research that, Lucid. Because I'll tell you something. It is definitely great. Definitely great. It's your own, you know, and it's so different. It's so fresh. Yeah, absolutely. That's why I always tell everyone to pop at least 10 beans of a regular. You know what I need to learn to do, though? And I think it's going to be through asking questions and seeing pictures and understanding the plant better is determining at an earlier age if the plant's a male. Because I know I talk to a number of people out there like, oh yeah, I sex them when they're like this big. And I'm like, how the fuck do you do that? Yeah, Lucid, I could tell you were a little baked. That's okay. We like baked. Baked is good. We have been smoking along pretty good this morning, which there's nothing wrong with. Nothing at all. Yeah, I guess one of the things I have with that is clone them early to check sex. That's what Edison says. And Cav says you can only sex them when they're mature enough to sex. Huh. So generally, oh, Andrew's here. Andrew said just in time for 7:10. I have to agree with that. Now, Crumbleweed doesn't have any concentrates right now, but sure as shit, we will take our 7:10 rip. You don't need roots to sex plants. See, I really have to dive into that so I am better equipped in my wheelhouse to sex the plants, you know, at a better point. I was in there on these plants, don't get me wrong. I'm in there every site, zooming in the whole 9 yards. So you're going to talk about it on your next live. It's a cool concept. Thanks, Andrew. See, sexing with clones works fucking awesome. Okay, well, clone early, then switch clone to 12-12. Nice. Hey, it's 7:10, everybody. Make sure you have hydrated. I've been hydrating before rips, but not mentioning it a lot today, so I apologize. Cheers, everybody. Yeah, indeed, OG. Cheers, everyone. See if we're going to swap that out. Oh, absolutely. So we got new people in here. What's everybody smoking on at the moment? There's 30 of us in here. We should have a hell of a lot of smoke going on. The trick is to grow a strain enough that you understand it. Okay, I get that. I guess when I'm looking at sheer numbers, so let's say, let's say I want to do 2 different strains. So theoretically, I'm popping 20 seeds. What happens if out of those 20 beans, I suddenly have 5 and 5, and I don't want to run 10 plants? And I guess I would selectively kill off what I didn't want and keep the strongest ones. Lemon Haze, Edison? Wayne is smoking on a strain called Notorious. Andrew says, so you take a cutting, put it in your cloner, and either switch the cloner or the mother father plant to 12-12. You'll start to see sex on either your cutting or your plant. Okay. I think I'm beginning to understand it. But yeah, absolutely. If you're into a discussion on that, Andrew, you know, I'm sure a bunch of us will tune in and listen. You know, it's a cool thing. Crap, are you trying to keep your composure? Indeed. You know, Crapper, I like having you wandering around in here. It's greatly appreciated. You help keep our chat rolling in the side, keeping us entertained, which is always nice. Okay, after you see sex, you'll know whether the main plant that had the cutting came from was either male or female. It speeds up the whole process. Well, come on now, Andrew. We all know there is weed porn out there. Yo, did I just see Fino? Dino? Yo, thank you so much for being here. Using a USB microscope helps you sex plants faster. I do indeed have a USB microscope. I think I showed it on here at one point in time. Well, I've got 2 of them. I've got the actual microscope that you can set a bud on or whatever. That's really cool. That one goes to an SD card, which is pretty impressive. And then I've got one that's a handheld that goes to my phone, or you can actually look through it. What? What did I say? I'm high. If I said something funny, damn it. Fino Dino, what have you been up to, and how goes your, what do I want to call it? How goes all the good things going on in your world right now? That's what I want to know. I know you're super busy with lots going on, especially with the LARF haters. You're right, Edison. A jeweler's loop probably works well too. You know, I guess, you know, I said I was in there on the plant. I was using my phone cam, blowing up the pictures, but, you know, I suspect that you're probably right. If I got right up in there earlier, that would have made a difference. Maine, what are you going to do? Maine said veg area is going to be naked. Well, I know you said you're going to be taking a tent offline, correct? Because you're going to go down in what you have going on. So, hey, you can always play with your clones. I like that in the front left corner of Maine's veg area. There you go. Pop more beans. There's all these solo cups with a whole bunch of clones in them that are shaded by another plant. And they're doing fantastic. I've watched them for, I don't know how long you've had them there, Maine, but it's been a fat minute. There you go, Cabs. Learning where to look to sex plants helps as well. Edison, you bought a USB microscope and haven't figured out how to set it up yet. I know, when I turned around and set mine up, I don't know what I did with the directions, but needless to say, it's got 4 buttons on the front, a screen, and it's like, good God, I can't even figure out how to turn the damn thing on half the time. No problem, Fino. No problem. Keep the cutting in the fridge. Andrew says, I got tricked this year big time. Crapper. Crapper, crapper, crapper. I know, I feel very much tech challenged. You know, here, I'll give you a good one. I have 2 AC Infinity. Well, I've got a Mars Hydro tent that I've got the whole AC Infinity set up in. Hold on a second. We got Maine up here, so I'm going to bring him up big stage, and I will shut my mouth for a minute. All righty.
Hey, good morning, brother. How you doing?
Fantastic. Yourself?
I'm doing great. Doing great. Yeah, so this is the perp slurp right here. And this is going into the 3x3 tent. This is a 4x4 area right here. So once I actually spread this out, this is literally going to fill a 3x3 immediately. So I'm going to flip this probably tomorrow.
Okay.
In the flour. And then this is my auto, my banana jealousy back there. Let me pull this out of the way. See that? And that tape line on the wall, if you guys can see that, that's 4 feet.
Okay.
So we got the pot, obviously, so it's at least 3 feet tall and hasn't started budding yet. It's just now starting to throw some hairs.
Sure.
I think today's the first day I've actually seen hairs on it. So this thing's going to be giant. Can't wait for that.
I know. Look at it.
And I got my 2 GG4 clones here in the solo cup. These are 2 feet tall.
I see that.
You know, I see a lot of people thinking they need to transplant out of their stuff before they do, and just know that this is a really big plant.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, here's those clones.
I love
Look,
it.
they still all look awesome. They're praying. They're doing great.
You know,
This is
I can say that there was one time that I took and pulled some clones, didn't have my cloner yet, and took them, threw them in a cup with a little recharge in it, and whipped them on the windowsill, and they did thrive.
See how nice and green they all are.
Oh, yeah.
Starting to chew up the bottom leaves, which means they're probably making roots. It's a good way to know if your clones are making roots, is you'll start to see the leaves get used up. They'll lose their green on the bottom, and it shouldn't be the whole plant. It should just be a couple leaves at a time that will do that.
Right. That's a great tip, because new growers out there pulling clones for the first time might think they need to dump nutrients in there or whatever else and just wreck their plants.
Yeah. And then here's the brand new we've got hanging.
Look at that.
These buds are all nice and hard, because I had done a pretty good leaf strip about a week ago, so it allowed the light to get to all these lowers. So even these little tiny ones are hard.
Nice. Now, are you ever a believer in yanking off all your tops and letting the rest of your plant finish?
I mean, you definitely can if you have a lot of undergrowth.
Okay.
But, as you see, I don't end up with a lot of undergrowth.
Right.
Mine is, I train my plants so I don't have that crap, because I don't want to deal with it. Sure. And it doesn't work out from my schedule, you know what I mean? You have to think about what that's going to do to the timing of everything, by doing that type of stuff. But yeah, that's the grower's preference on that, you know what I mean?
Sure.
Is that GG4 sherbet? That flower, doing great. These buds are really starting to chunk up now. We're going to give her another week or 10 days. So I'm going to run this longer than I've ever ran it before, just to see what happens. I'm sure it will just be more potent. And then, so that's where the brand new was. Love these web grows.
Absolutely.
They make it so nice. And then here's the Bee Natty.
That's crazy.
Isn't it? You remember what this looked like when I flipped it to flower?
Oh, yeah. I remember what it looked like when you first put it in there.
Yeah, this is only day 10 of flower right now.
Wow.
And I'm hoping she slows down a little bit, because
I can see in the back there you're not that far from the lights.
No, I got room though. I can bring the light up. I tend not to bring my light up too fast, because the plant will chase the light. So if you can, it's a very sensitive dance you have to have with all of the percentages, because I'm only on 75%. And I just turned it up yesterday. It was on 50%. So the 50% probably is why I was getting a little more stretch than I wanted. That's why I turned it up to 75%. And I don't see any light stresses on the plant or anything like that. So I know it's not too close.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. Ended up with 3 hangerfuls. I cut my branches pretty decently sized,
Yeah.
There's a lot to these. But that's how that's all I strip them down to while they dry, because I don't want them to dry too fast.
No,
I usually end up with
though.
Yeah, and they fit in my tote.
There you go.
Because they always end up in a tote before I get to them.
Nice.
I've got plants right now that have been in a tote for over a month that need to be trimmed.
Little projects to work on when you can.
Yeah. Like my schedule's been pretty messed up here lately. But
yeah, but
right.
you're talking about putting your whole, the whole stem in totes. I watched a person on here, big family-run operation, and they store all of their cannabis in a barn wrapped in butcher paper, and when you order from them, they pull that plant, what they've harvested, and they trim what you want, and they ship it to you. I was impressed by that.
Yep, that can work as long as your environment is perfect all the time.
Right. And I think that's it. They had the whole barn dialed in, but it was just the whole process was really, really cool.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I don't recommend people storing their weed with all the stems on unless you know for sure your shit's dried right, okay? Because you'll have big problems when you open that tote later if you do.
Can I ask what they are?
Mold.
Okay. All right.
You'll
Just
have all kinds of mold in there.
Because those stems don't dry anywhere near close to when the buds dry, correct?
Right. Especially if they're big,
Sure.
Like, because I only have, this is like the biggest piece of stem I'll have. And when this goes into a tote, I'll chop it off probably here and I'll chop that branch off. So this whole chunk of bigger stem won't be in there.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And I got like this one here. I'll buck these smaller branches off from this big piece here.
Right.
Just make sure that you're not putting extra moisture into your tote that you don't need or want, because you don't want to get that far and then lose it to mold because it was in there for a couple weeks and you didn't get to it. Because it could happen. It hasn't happened to me yet. Not saying it won't ever happen to me, but it's just one of them observations I like to throw out there.
Sure.
And this is the way I do things, guys. I'm not telling anybody they should ever do anything the way I do it. It's just what I do because it works for me. So,
yep. And it's appreciated.
Little disclaimer there.
Yeah, well, we all grow our own way, but the great thing is we pick up tips and tricks from everyone, good, bad, or indifferent, and it helps us become better growers, so I thank you for all the knowledge that you're contributing to us.
Yep, no problem, brother. Hey, we should get together this evening if you ain't busy.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, that'd be great.
All right, man. I'll hit you up later.
All righty.
All right. Have a great day, Crumble. Thanks for having me on.
You too. Catch you later.
Hey.
All right. That was pretty awesome. I always love seeing Maines grow and getting them up here talking. Oh, JC, you made it home safe. Awesome. And don't think I missed you in here, Parker. I did see you come tooling in. Parker's Grow Spaces in the house. We're about 2 minutes out from a rip. Should anybody be interested? Next, people were talking about washing their plants. Now, what's about that? All right. It's interesting that you brought that up because for some reason, hey, Panda, good morning. For some reason, I got flooded with videos on bud washing yesterday. Every 5 videos on my front page on my computer were bud washing. Yo, Operation Annihilation. Thank you for coming in. Super, super cool. Big Terp is in the house. Yo. Yo, Syntax said, well, I definitely got high and wasn't paying attention. Mixed Bites thinking PPM was EC. Yep, had to start all over. Yo, Syntax, I'm sorry. But thank you for being here. Thank you so much for being here. Yeah, Terp, you did just miss that. That B Natty is insane. It is a beautiful moon outside right now. When I let one of the dogs out, it was freaking awesome, the moon. It's beautiful out right now. It is. Well, my temperature thing outside is off, but it was 58 when I got up, so. Yo, Lit Wick. Litwick says, damn, I'm pretty glad I didn't do outdoor this year. 89% humidity and cold. Jeez. All right, everybody, it is 7:30. For those of you in here who would like to rip, we have 28 of us hanging out. It's a beautiful thing. Cheers, cheers, everybody. I am smoking on some Strawberry Kush. Had to think about that for a minute. Yes, Litwick, it is Pastor Crumble, though I don't have my pastor outfit on. Cheers, everybody. Oh, you got to get an oil change? But it's free. Free is beautiful, JC. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Excuse me. Yo, Blazing Silver, what's going on, buddy? Thank you for being here. You came right in on the 7:30 rip. Oh, save $100. Nothing wrong with that. I know, Parker. No shit. Parker said Maine's plants looking lovely as always. Doesn't everybody want one of those big white things that he's got in the tent? God damn. I don't care that they're $400. If the company was still out there, I know a lot of us would have them. Yeah, I think the jury's out on that. Crapper, something about washing off the terps. I think I know people have done both and scientifically tested it, and the amount of terps that are lost is negligible. But there are other concerns with bud washing. I have seen 1 bucket, 2 bucket, 5 bucket. I have seen lemon juice, peroxide, baking soda, dish soap, regular water. Oh, and somebody did vinegar too. So there's a lot of shit out there on bud washing. Somebody made the comment that if you wash your buds, they dry quicker than if not. So I don't know if there's any truth to that either. I don't know if that's a bro science chunk of things. What am I missing here? Yeah, he is the only one that has the stands in the community. Really, JC, you got 3 years of free oil changes? That's pretty cool. Blazing the Battle goes well. Absolutely. We are having a super awesome time in here. There's 31 of us kicking around. Dottie 420 just came in. Dottie's saying only time I'd use it is to save a crop and maybe still get some edibles out of it. Indeed. Came with the card. That's nice. That is nice, Dottie. Or, not Dottie, JC. Sorry about that. My screen jumped on me. That's what happens when you read. You just bud washed again today. Right, Lucid. Again, it's, I haven't done it. Should I do it? I don't know. I can tell you, when I was going through my plants, I didn't have, I found 2 leaf hoppers and 6 baby praying mantis when I brought them and hung them. When I've gone through trimming and everything, I'm not finding a ton of stuff. Frank Seed says, don't bud wash, it will destroy your weed, guarantee it. Edison, I'm feeding my chickens with shade leaves and trim, quiet as birds in the world. Nice. Syntax. Did you get your new newts mixed up? Hopefully so. You got your bearings. Ba-ba-da-bum, ba-da-bum, ba-da-bum, bum. Boop. I know, Lucid. Double R says, never had a successful outdoor grow, only indoor. Parker said the chickens are going to be edibles in 2 months. I never thought about that. That's funny. Syntax, you're really picky during trim. Cav said, I have no experience with bud washing, so hell if I know. Well, again, there's a lot of information out there. There's a lot of misinformation out there. You know, I like to see both sides of it so that I can make a decision if it's something that I'd want to do. Like the Lucid said, they do dry much faster after bud wash. Oh, okay. So that's why you were asking the question about stuff that dried too quick. Blazing said, I started a job outside next week. Won't be able to hang out in the AM anymore. Well, Blazing, you could always swing into the Friday night ones. That one's 10 o'clock at night until 1 o'clock in the morning, Eastern Standard Time. Should you want to swing by for that. Frank Seed says, if you don't believe me, do a side-by-side drip, one bud in water and leave one to dry natural. You see a visible color, taste, and smell difference. Okay. Some people bud wash because they want to bud wash. They feel they're getting dirt and insects and all that other stuff off. And I can tell you, when Lucid was washing bud the other day when I was hanging out on his live, there was all sorts of bugs and shit in the water. So there might be some validity in that. 1 cup per 5 gallon of hydrogen peroxide and water is what Lucid did. So I have a question. Frank Seeds. Frank Seeds, are you Magic Frank? Duckfoot Frank. I would rather smoke a spider mite than smoke a flavorless bud. Nice, Frank. Give me a second, people. I have to. Huh. All righty. Sorry about that, guys. I was looking over on another channel. Feathers, dust, bugs, bird crap. Right, Andrew, those are all things. Yeah, Silver, that's just it. I brought up the topic because I got flooded with it and I hadn't even been looking for it. So I don't know if the algorithm for harvest at this time of year is YouTube's going to flood with videos that may or may not contribute to people having quality harvests. Frank, you quit the live. All righty. Yo, Seymour. No, I wouldn't smoke mold, Lucid. Yeah, you're right, Parker. I brought it up. I didn't mean to start a controversial thing in here, but it's going to be up to everybody, as to what they want to do. I think if you're informed and you know all the pros and cons, you can make an educated decision. And you may find out on the other side, it's either been great or you lost something. If I was going to bud wash, I'll tell you what I would do. I would bud wash like one piece of a plant, and then I would stack that up against just everything else, which I didn't wash, and I would see where that stood. My concern with bud washing is that, I don't know, it is going to change something. That's Crumblewigg's concern. Correct, Frank. Nothing like sticking your face in a bag and smelling a bunch of mold spores. Like Lucid. That reminds me, I got to go to work soon. Well, we're about 4 minutes out from a rip. Okay, Frank Seeds is saying, if you feel your plants are dirty, a week before harvest, spray the plants with a garden hose. And it should get them pretty damn clean without ruining your bud. I do that with a lot of things, Syntax. You know, I just do. I do that with a lot of things. Yo, Miss K, good morning, and thank you for being here. Greatly appreciated. You are 4 minutes away from our 7:45 rip. Growmaster Flash, what is going on? Thank you for being here. Just catching up in the chat, guys. It went by pretty quick. Growmaster, what do you got going on today? Huh. That's pretty cool, Frank. You did a test with a glass plane underneath my plants after washing to show the amount of stuff that drips off. The amount of trichomes lost is tremendous. Scotty's got 2 ladies down and trimmed up, curing at the moment. 2 left? Nice. I can translate that, Cavs. Cav said, I have never washed my weed. I'm not a pussy. That's kind of funny. See, that's one thing I was surprised with on my grow outside.
Bye, Dad. Love you.
Bye, Crumble daughter. Have a good day.
Love you.
Love you too.
Love you, my baby boy.
Lemon orange, says Growmaster Flash. Lucid's going to stay busy, not stoned. It didn't look like a raccoon to me, Cavs. It didn't. It looks like a cat. I should put my glasses on. You're right, Big Terp. You're right. Bugophobia sucks for everyone that does not have a bugophobia. We are about a minute out from our rip, everyone. I still like my version of it better, Cavs. I mean, I don't know. Think about it way back in the day. What didn't we smoke with brickweed? Really? There were like fucking all sorts of shit in that. Dottie 420 firing up the torch. Scotty said it's time. I say it's time. Let's go, people. Our 7:45 rip. Make sure you have hydrated. This is for the 20 people in here chilling out with us. Thank you all for being here, and cheers. Oh, nice. We got Magic Frank coming up. Let me get you up here. Sorry about that. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. So, I brought my outside plants from the outside to the inside over here.
Yes,
Of
sir.
course, they come with bugs and all those other problems that you bring from the great outside world. You know what I do? I take the plant, I pull it out, and I'll spray it down with the garden hose. It's not
Okay.
that hard to lift up a plant.
Right.
Like, just spray it down. Like, it's a hell of a lot better if you wash. Like, if you wash a plant that's been cut down, your weed's going to turn a darker color. You're going to lose a hell of a lot of flavor. I mean, a hell of a lot, like at least half, if not more. It's just not worth it. Don't wash a dead plant. Wash it while it's alive.
Okay. That's fair. That's fair. I mean, it's like giving your plant a gigantic foliar spray when you really get down to it, just with water.
Yeah, Mother Nature does it all the time. It rains on the plants all the time. So if you're outside, you technically get washes all the time, unless it's like a drought like this year where we're barely get any rain.
Right, right. Huh. Nice. Plants are looking good, though.
Yeah. And there's everything from fucking spider mites to everything in here. Fucking woolly aphids. There's some couple woolly aphids hopping around. You name it. I brought them all in.
Well, you got your own menagerie growing.
I'm not hiding it, but you can't really tell. There's not really much shit for damage. The outside one's got a little bit. Like, I can probably go find a polka dotted leaf somewheres on this plant.
Sure.
I worked hard enough. But yeah, that's really all it is. It's that simple.
Nice. Nice. Thank you for that, Frank. So what's been going on in your world? New channel, boss?
I haven't even really been on YouTube.
I didn't think so. I was talking about you earlier.
Just come on for, I've just been doing my plant waterings and that's it. And then after that, I get off and then I go do my life. I haven't even really watched YouTube. I haven't been on in days.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm glad that you stopped in because, as I said, I was concerned. I hadn't seen you in a bit.
It's just kind of hard to watch all these people, they're doing all kinds of bad things. And I watch people on here coat stopher on their plants saying that they're increasing their terpenes and bugs and planting harmful plants that are by their plants, cantaloupes and pumpkins. And it's so hard to watch YouTube with all the people that are just fucking things up.
I know. I saw that. I saw that the other day on somebody's channel that runs a very, very big live and stuff like that. And it just blew me away. Both of those things that you just brought up. So.
Yeah, but I don't keep mothers or anything around, so a little bit of bugs and stuff, they ain't gonna harm. You just chop it all down and then clean up your room for the next run and start all over. Your plants should grow fast enough that a couple bugs don't breed.
Right. Huh.
Which hose setting? I like the sprinkler. I just go with the shower. So I go with the shower mode, and I'll shower them down until they're. Be careful that if you got any wedges like so. This is how I snapped this branch right here. Is I was washing it with the garden hose and I snapped it.
Okay.
So, but that's the only thing you got to be careful of. Other than that, some people top higher. So if you top a little higher, you don't usually end up with that snapping of the branch. But the heavy weight of the water will try and snap it. But you don't got to worry about the water molding out your buds and stuff like that. It's going to dry off pretty fast out there in the sunlight.
Okay.
Just don't do it before dark. Do it in the morning.
Right, right. So you got the whole day for that to evap off.
Yeah.
Nice. Nice. Cool.
I'll jump back in chat. Thank you for letting me up, Crumble.
All righty, no problem, sir. Good to see you again.
Yep. Bye.
Bye. All righty, that was pretty cool. I mentioned that we hadn't seen Frank and he appeared. That's awesome. I saw Shy come rolling in. Shy, good morning. How are you? Fantastic to see you. And also, I see Token Tom is back. Very nice. Yeah, you're right, Cavs. Everybody needs to do what they feel best for themselves. Again, we get all these different views, and I can take a look at some of these things, and I can pull something out of everything that I either want to do in my grow, don't want to do in my grow, might be beneficial to my grow, and again, for people who are new growers out there coming in, they're getting a pretty well-rounded chunk of things, how we look at it and talk about it here. Andrew says, I spray peroxide every day on my outdoor plants, keeping very clean as we head to harvest. Okay. You're too young for brickweed, Lucid. It was out there. Sorry, guys, I'm catching up in the chat. I am like a solid minute behind. Sorry. I see Monkey Man wandering around. There we are. I am caught back up in the chat. Thank you, everybody. And it looks like the sun's out. Pretty nice. We were supposed to get rain all morning. So that is definitely a cool thing. Hey, we got 32 people in here. Thank you, everybody, for being here. We're going to be rolling up on a 8 o'clock rip here momentarily. Let me get another bowl out, swap this bad boy, and then we can go ahead and rip, and rip. Andrew, you going on at 8:30 this morning like normal? That would be a good thing. I know Neil should be on at 9 this morning. I don't know if Tom's going to be going on at all today, but that'd be cool to check out. Let me see. Who else do I know is going to be going on live today? I think Panda's going to be going live this morning, he mentioned, so that's always cool. Good time just to visit over there and say hi. And I see Scotty. It has been dry, Frank. It has. I've still got one plant outdoors. I just don't want to pull it yet. Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot, Scotty. Sorry, man. I'm a little high. Scotty's got the card game going. I know it's at 5 o'clock my time. I do believe. And, or maybe it's 5 o'clock his time. No. Because that would be all fucked up. I'm pretty sure it's 5 o'clock my time. But go over there. Go over there. Make sure you picked a card. And, yeah, you got a chance to win some awesome freaking genetics. Awesome genetics. Hey, Scotty, with YouTube being dickheads lately, are you going to be able to show your packs of seeds? I'm just curious. Or do you have to go with like a list? Because I know Z-Bud got spanked on that hard. Lucid, do I want to see your outdoor girls quick? Absolutely. Jump back up here. And then you got to get ready for work. Because I know one day, Wild Bill had a doctor's appointment, and we got so high that he fell asleep on his fucking couch and missed his appointment. Okay, Maine is saying as long as he doesn't show the QR code, he should be fine. Scotty's saying, I will still show my shit. Can't have any barcodes showing the company. Okay, that's fair. Tasha is alive. Very nice. Having a job where I have to leave. The house is going to be a vacation from my cats. Nice. Oh, okay. Mentioning a breeder and adding the .com triggers the AI. Okay. Oh, Monkey Man. Can't wait to start back up in November. Then you can jump up and show. Absolutely. That's going to be awesome. Don't forget, you guys, you want to come up here and just smoke. I don't give a crap. Do not give a crap. It's a good time for all of us. There's 32 of us in here tooling around. Shy, what's going on with you today? Anything awesome in your world? Anything awesome and cool going on in the grow? Yeah, I saw that. I was trying to remember who it was that had them, and it was you. You had a short that you were getting them, and I meant to say something to Maine about it, but I couldn't remember exactly who it was. Transplant completed, says Wild Bill. Awesome. What do we got over here? Whoops, wrong one. Ping to that. Nice indeed. Big Terp said YouTube should try and fit in the world instead of trying to change the world into what it wants. Fuck the higher ups. Agreed. Oh, Frank's making some French toast now. That does sound pretty good. Indeed it does. OG says, I showed all my packs when I was giving away, and trust, there was a shitload. YouTube didn't say a word. I'm a peon, so maybe that's why. I don't know. You are not a peon, sir. You are a great pillar and contributor in our community. And I appreciate you sneaking out to hit that pen before when we were ripping. Go you. Shy's trying to get motivated to make coffee. Lucid wants to know if anybody's re-vegging. Second cup of coffee and ready to smoke a bong rip. Cool, we're about 3 minutes out from that. Oh, Shy, that sucks. Was up and down all night, popped a circuit in the middle of the night, had to get up, put it back in because it's, the one where your tents are hooked up. Double R is re-vegging some berry blender. Oh, Cabs is working on making some mushroom tea and pink lemonade. That is beautiful. Oh, you might try graphing the next grow. You re-veg to test a plant sometimes. Oh, okay. Oh, Shy, your drying room has an AC and a dehumidifier going right now. That pulls some fucking power. Lucid says, I crossed Soulfire Seed with super fast auto and got like 300 seeds. Really? That's pretty cool. It's pretty cool indeed. That is. Well, people, we are rolling up on 7:59. Make sure you are hydrated. And we will make sure we are sipping before we rip. So, here we go, everybody. Cheers. Finodino says, the Larf Haters Club is following you. Matt Berg, what is going on, buddy? Thanks for being here. Just cloned 4 purple bananas. Gonna do Femseed Sun. Nice. Yo, I forgot about that, Parker, that you said that earlier. Parker said he got a bag of soil with a mycelium buildup and mushrooms. Can we ask what kind of soil it was that you got? Was it just, I don't know, there's a lot of different soils out there. I have heard of somebody talking about that before. When crossing an autoflower, the F1s will not be an autoflower. You need to stabilize the trait which comes from the F2. Stabilize the trait that comes from the F2. Okay. Some of that went over Crumblewig's head, and that's okay. Probably because I'm high, because we've had these discussions before. Most of the time when we're talking about the seeds, I get way confused with the autoflowers because I know an autoflower is going to grow its cycle out and it's going to do whatever it wants. So I don't understand in that case how you are necessarily doing what you are, but that's okay. And you don't have to explain it right now because I will have crumble amnesia and that won't be any good. What is Cav saying here? You're making a faster flower. Also, don't recommend breeding them together. Okay. Fino Dino said, I'm ready to see Blazing Silver and Crumblewig have a toke on this live. That'd be cool. Make Blazing Silver come up on here and take a big fat rip. Yo, Robert's Place, good morning. Good morning, good morning. Likely Lucid says, I hate autoflowers, to be honest. Since we're still around 8 o'clock, 8:02, there's 29 of us in here. Yeah, let's absolutely do another rip. Hydrate, people. Better grab my other water bottle. Put that one over there. Shy says, I hate autos. Frank, I love autoflowers. Some of the best weed I've ever grown. They will find a good forest to live in the spring. I am going to put autos outside next year because I grew 4 of them in soil outside and they ended up being very great. Cheers, everybody. So to make it even better, the 4 autos that I had outside were bottom fed. I had them, excuse me, God damn it. So I had these 4 autos all in soil, put them outside, bottom fed them, and they turned out absolutely fantastic. Could have been the genetics also. Some were from Seedsman, some were from Hooligan. You know, they both, you know, I could see the difference between those and, let's say, not throwing shade at ILGM because I have gotten great seeds from them, but just some of these smaller genetics companies that have some great stuff out there. Maine says, autos are easy and free weed when grown in veg area. I think there's a lot to be said for that. Like the Lucid said, they herm easy and they get bud rot, but Corkscrew by Royal Queen Seeds was good, to be honest. Okay. Galaxy Grape from Photon Farms, Fino. Crapper said, damn it. I like bottom feeding everything. Got 5 ounces from a plant in cocoa. Was that an auto, Lucid? Yep, ILGM double R. I agree. They were my first autos. I got, my first run was White Widow, and I plan to grow that again because I absolutely loved it. I don't know if that was because it was the first strain I ever grew or what, but I have not had an autoflower herm either. But, well, no, I can't say that because the jet rack that I grew, which was an auto, my son got 3 seeds out of a bud. So, I don't know. I guess that hermed. Scotty, you got 2 left? Gosh darn it, crapper. No, they're not gay seeds. That is true, Cavs. Cavs said 90% of growing cannabis plants falls in watering them correctly. I have heard that Mac 1 is really good. I have not tried it. I don't know. Everybody's been talking about it lately. See, sometimes it's hard when you're a grower because I really only smoke my own stuff unless we go to the dispo to buy some stuff for me to talk about on here, which I do have some stuff, but it was so unimpressive that it's still sitting behind me, and I don't know. Maybe I'll talk about it on Friday. Payne says Mac 1 is overrated. I think you're right, Frank, that the hermaphroditism is due to stressing the shit out of the plants. Field and Creek says, I'm only on my second indoor grow with autoflower seeds. My first grow was great. 8 ounces off 3 plants. My second grow is on track to be better than that. That's awesome, Field. Awesome. Cav said Mac 1 is a pain in the butt to grow. Okay, Big Terp, that's kind of cool. Okay, survival seeds are not the same thing as a herm seed. Huh. Okay. Yo, Galaxy Solutions in the house. Thank you, buddy, for stopping by. We are talking about autoflowers and plants herming and stuff like that at the moment. It's pretty cool. We're having some great conversations. Lucid says it was my first grow. I did stress them out a ton. Okay. Double R is saying Mac 1 is favorite strain. Yo-ho, Pilgore's here. Good morning, Visible Farms. Very nice to see you. Thanks for swinging in. Lucid's asking, does wedding cake really have a 11 to 12 week flower? Well, let me ask you a question here. Wedding cake and wedding crasher are probably awful close to one another. I am growing a wedding crasher right now, and it is interesting. It's just interesting. If any plant's going to be a pain in the ass, that's going to be the one, because that's the one that had the big mutation leaves on it. Maine had the real Mac 1 and gave it to the community? Really, Parker? Yo, goat shit. I'm a little bit behind in the chat. Let's see what's going on here, buddy. How are you this fine day? And what is going on in your world? Top of the morning to you. I agree, Fino Dino. Fino is saying people think just because they're an auto that they can change the light schedules at will. Still need to keep the plant hormones happy. Well, as you say that, Fino Dino, Crumbleweed has grown autos out of the gate at 12-12. Now, did they get as big as they probably should have? No, but I say they didn't get big height-wise. They produced, I'm not going to say quicker, I think the buds were more robust. At least that was my experience. And the smoke was really good. Would I do it again, rail them from 12-12 right away? I don't know. It depends on if I need the space. If I'm doing something in another tent, then maybe I would whip them in my flower tent earlier. I don't think it would be the end of the world. Catching up in the chat, guys, I apologize. I appreciate the 33 of you that are in here, 30 of you that are in here. Thank you much. All right, let's see here. Goat shit, I'm going to get you moderated up, and I'm going to give my quick moderator lecture if I can. Now that you're a moderator, this is a room for 18 years or older. We are a drama-free channel. Nothing for sale or trade. Please don't spam the shit out of the side chat. And please don't beg for money. It's not a good look, and only Beans gets to do that. Welcome everybody to the room. Make them feel comfortable. Let them know what a great community we are here. Sub up to one another. Go over there. Check out their channels. Drop a like. Watch a video. Drop that comment. They're going to see that comment. You are going to make their day. And they'll probably come back to your channel and do the same. Also, if we have trolls, we are going to nicely escort them to the door. Please try not to engage with them. And most of all, if you're here, let's have fun. All righty. Growmaster Flash, what is going on? Yo, Dragons. Dragons, my buddy, what is going on? Thanks for wandering in. You grow your autos 12-12, Frank. Okay. As I said, I don't do it all the time, but I thought about it, and it's like, if the plant's going to do what it wants, when it wants, why can't I just come out of the gate and do that? I apologize for being so far behind in the chat, guys and girls. Oh, it's growing. It's raining hard there, Growmaster. You got everything pulled, though? Okay. Hey, no problem, Goat Shit. No problem at all. Thank you for stepping into the side chat. You know we got a number of people that listen along, and it makes me feel great that they want to come here and listen to our chat, because as I tell everybody, this is our chat, not my chat. It's our live. You know, we're all in here just chilling, having a great time. And it's 8:13. Which means we're a couple minutes out from doing another rip. Think it would only be right. Got a lot of great people hanging out in here right now. And I say, why not? Okay, Fino said, should have said disrupting the cycle. So here's my question. How much are you screwing your auto if you do like what I just said? Because I'll tell you right now, my autos generally start showing their little Guy Fieri hairdos very quick, you know. So I don't know. I mean, if you want to ask me days, I can't tell you, because Crumblewig was awful about tracking days. Dank Boys, Triploid, and autos. I'm not interested. You know, excuse me, those triploids were supposed to be the next fucking rage. And I know a lot of people that grew them and said it was shit. Yo, Shy, you feel like garbage? It was a bad night? Sorry, dude. It's 8:15. Is a rip going to help? Because I think it should. So everybody, hydrate. Because you want to sip before you rip. And this is for everybody in the chat. Cav said I'm like that fat guy on TV saying I know nothing. Wow, Cavs, you went back to the hell was it? Hogan's Heroes. Wow, you took that old school. Let's rip to that. Excuse me, everybody. Yes, and I don't know how much of a huge difference that makes, Fino, but I've never grown with HID lights. But I would suspect that that would make a difference. So that does make sense. Have you always grown with the HIDs? And if not, what made you decide to go with them? Gus Roberts' place. Sergeant Schultz, that's right. Triploids are dead, said Edison. Okay, Double R is saying, does anybody press flower rosin? What is a good temp? I think you got to play around with it. I think it's different on each press. I have a dually tech and I run at 182 degrees when I'm pressing. That is my sweet spot. Hey, Blazing, you have a blessed day too. Thank you so much for being here. Yar JS, Sergeant Schultz in the situation comedy Hogan's Heroes. Yeah, that is a good question, Scotty. What is the genetics, because I don't remember, of your 5-foot autos? Blazing, we'll smoke a couple for you. Oh, that is true. Basement Grow Show. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's a good time over there. I haven't been over there in a bit, but that is a good time. He'll pop on weird times, like on the weekend, or maybe on a Friday. He'll just roll in. I'll see him pop on at like 7 o'clock my time. It's like, holy fuck, dude. That's fair, Fino. Fino said giving advice on autos isn't always helpful because the info that he gives would be on new gen stable autos. No problem. No problem at all. So what do you think, people? You want me to wind this down or you want to go to 8:30? You know, it's 8:18. I think we'll run till 8:30. I see 31 people here. Don't really want to slam the door on everybody's face. So if I run into 8:30 and anybody wants to hop over on Ogo Army, I know he's going to be on at 8:30 and then it will flow to, I know Neil comes on around 9. Sometimes Token Tom flits into there. I know Scotty will be around at 5 o'clock doing his card game. And somebody else has something going on tonight. I don't know if it's going to be a live or I don't know if it is going to be a just dropping new videos, which is always cool. Yo, Paranormal Walks, what's going on? Yo, William, you left work because you needed a day off? Are you all right, buddy? Thank you for stopping back in. We are still here, just hanging out for a few more minutes. Brian's next generation messed up. He said, I knew I made a mistake on the 8th chocolate, but I finished the pack. See you tomorrow. Well, you blast off and enjoy your day, buddy. William, what do you do? If you don't mind me asking. Like, what do you do for work? Frank says, what I can't believe is all the mist that's around autoflowers. When I joined the internet, I'm like, I've been treating this like a normal plant. Yeah. See, that's what I was thinking about when I was looking at listening to people breed autoflowers. Cavs just said, my end goal is good medicine, and autoflowers isn't my cup of tea. Oh, you're a welder iron worker, William. Yeah, take a fucking day off, buddy. Tell them they can fabricate your dick. Excuse me for being rude there for a moment, but we all need a little time off, and that's hard work. You know, I commend you on that. I watch, so Crumbleweed buys shit sometimes he doesn't need. So I have a welder that I bought that's been sitting in my barn for 4 fucking years, and I probably owned it for 2 years before that I haven't used. But I'm fascinated with it. So one day I will break that out and weld some shit that needs to be welded. You ran enough of them in the lab, Pilgor? Fino uses autos for bumper crops. Well, I'm looking at when I run them this summer, they're going to be a fill-in and they're going to be outdoors. And I do enjoy outdoor flower. But I'm only going to run one photo outside this summer. 30 plus years, William. Damn. Dank Boys is saying, I can say autos have come a long way. Been growing since 2009. That is true. Everybody likes different things. Autos work for some and not for others. You know, and I think that's geographical too. You know, some areas, I don't care what anybody says, you can bend your environment all you want. But the one thing that you can't bend, for example, is, you know, where you are above or below sea level. And I think different pressures on the plants make a difference also. That's just the Crumbleweed thing. But there's got to be some validity to it. If there wasn't, we'd be able to grow everything everywhere, and it would be perfect. Yo, Warriors Nation, good morning, and thank you for being here. Thank you so much. We are going to be rolling up on 8:30, and somewhere around there, we are going to be taking a rip, and then we are going to wrap this awesome live that we've had up. Tank Boy says, I like controlling my plants. Scotty, 6,000 feet above sea level. William, 5,000. Oh, nice. Panda's going to be going live in a few minutes. Awesome. Awesome. Oh, Panda's coming up for a minute. Let's get Panda up here.
Good morning.
Oh, what's going on, brother?
You know, just waking up. It's early here for me.
I know.
It's like literally, it's the sun hasn't came out yet. Yeah. But anyways, like I said, I'm gonna go live here in a few, just getting everything ready. But if y'all want to pop up and say hi, y'all more than welcome to.
Perfect. That's nice.
Yeah.
You reviewing anything today, or you're just going to be smoking and chilling?
Probably, we'll see. I have a couple carts that I have that I want to review, but that's gonna be for later. I'm just gonna have like a little session, just chill out this morning with y'all for a little bit. But
Nice.
yeah, like I said, I have a tournament on Saturday, so I have to get this freaking.
Yeah, you got to get the. They're gonna have to take a weed whacker to it if you don't get it shorter soon.
Yep, but yeah, I'm growing out. Well, I was growing out my hair for my ancestors that were native since they couldn't. Because I'm growing out my hair for my ancestors.
Nice.
Because like I'm native, so yeah, this was like well, I know it's not that long, but it's the best thing I can do, you know.
Right. Right.
But yeah, I'm about to get this weed whacker.
Yep. That's your.
Or maybe, or I might do the crumble wig look. Just go.
Oh, you could do that. You could.
Did you have any hair growing up? Crumble?
Oh yeah, I had curly hair down to like here.
But what happened? Oh wait, you got old.
I did get old, but it was a funny thing. If you ever look at people that are bald, they usually have it here first, then it goes bald. And Crumblewigg's been married 3 times, so I always joked that I did this so much, saying, "You sons of bitches," that I wore my hair off.
2, 3 wives. Yeah, 3
Yes,
wives.
sir. Yes.
Ooh, Crumble's a little pimp. I see. Ooh, Crumble, little pimp master. I see, huh?
Something like that.
I'm always giving you shit, Crumble.
Oh, that's all right. That is all right.
Come on. It's all love. I always love coming up here and saying hello to everybody.
Yeah,
and,
absolutely.
I know, but I like your little cup, that's your mug that you could put your hand in.
Yeah, that's cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
Nice gift from my sister.
Yeah, what was I gonna say? I'm planning to working on making my own battery that's solar powered battery. So I'm working on that. I have some ideas that I want to go by. So I have a lot of things that I'm doing behind the scenes that I'm working on. But I'm planning on making a battery that's solar powered. So like you could have if the sun's not like out, you could have like a little artificial sun that will charge up your battery. Because what I'm gonna do is I want to make it a solar power battery so it could charge with the sun instead of a plug-in.
Right.
Yeah, so like I want to work on that and everything. I'm planning on doing my own harvest next year too. I'm just want to like get into growing so I could start growing more weed.
Sure. That's awesome. That is awesome indeed.
I'm really thinking about growing next year. If you guys have any tips or tricks, or let me know. And if you guys have any comments or like I said, any tricks or tips, let me know. And I'm like,
sure thing. We definitely will. All righty, Panda. I'm going to get back to the chat. All righty.
All righty. You have a good day. Bye-bye.
You too. Thanks for coming up, buddy. All right. I saw Hayes came into the room and some people left, and that's all right. We're going to wind this up here. Make sure I didn't miss anybody before we take this rip. There we go. I am caught up. I'm going to take a little bit of a sip here. And I say, let's rip, everybody. Nice indeed. Redneck Wedding, Dragon Fruit, Z, Runts Muffin. Field and Creeps, smoking a number as we speak. Cheers. Absolutely, Shy. Absolutely. Cheers, everyone. Oops. My 8:30 alarm is going off. All righty, everybody. I think I'm going to wrap this up. As I usually say at the end of my lives, I try to practice what I preach. Everybody else, I hope you do the same. Swing out there, stop on people's channels, new channels or old channels, sprinkle some love. Drop that like, subscribe if you haven't. Leave them a comment. You leave them that comment, they are going to probably come back and do the same to you, but it may be the difference between them, excuse me, staying in this community or leaving this community. And as y'all know, we want to grow this community and spread the love. So, all right, everybody, you have a fantastic day. Yo, Junkyard Grows, thank you for swinging in. Appreciate you. You guys have a fantastic day. Peace out.